Together! We fight as one! Ready? Yeah! Blaze Blue! Cross tag battle. Let us dance. I will not lose.
Yeah, let's do this!
What's up guys, Memory here, but on PSN you can call me Future X1. Let's talk about something controversial. Who is the most annoying character to fight in BBTAG? Now I'll be honest, there's too many characters in this game, and every season vet in BBTAG has a playstyle that guarantees them a win in almost any situation. So I'm directing this question to the players who don't know matchups. How to approach an enemy with a strategy in mind, how to avoid when the situation calls for it, how to punish the shit out of a poorly executed option, and lastly, how to smell blood. Oh, and all of us know what that smells like. When you know the opposing character's entire frame data to the point you can overpower your opponent flawlessly without so much as blinking and oh, you rage quit it. Good job, champ. Drink that tea, read that rage mail, and move on to the next victim. Now that we covered all these skill sets that some players don't have, don't want to make time to develop, or just jump in lobbies with their favorite characters mashing and hoping for the best, here are the results from my community on who's the most annoying character in BBTAG. Aki? I guess he's a problem. Him and Azrael do got that touch of death combo. Noelle? Are you serious? Noelle Vermilion? People still have a hard time handling her chain revolver? Oh, we'll get back to her. Yumi? Understandable. She's strong, can reset her opponents, but her Rekka is punishable and slow. A tie? Wait a minute, community, it's up to you to break this tie. Who do you hate fighting more? The brawler who armors her way to victory with 5B, or the paradox wielder who practices her social distancing with 5B? You got to the count of 3. Oh, thank God. I'm so glad Hilda won. In all honesty, Yang is a walk in the park compared to Miss Combo from anywhere over here. Now let's work our way up this list. I don't see many Akihigos online these days, especially with all these new DLC characters. But from what I see in tournaments, Aki is fair, but he's a monster if played by the right player. That's really all I gotta say on him since I don't really see him online that much, so any Aki fans out there, I would like you to challenge me whenever you have the chance. Now Noelle, or as some may call her, the Noob Slayer. BlazBlue players of all levels of experience struggle to respect Noelle. Why? Because of her chain revolver. Players hate Noelle's chain revolver because of its heavy pressure, invulnerability properties, and when caught in it, you're trapped in this combo that strings for at least 5 seconds or longer, depending on the player. However, to the untrained eye, players will see this as a form of mashing and spamming B. I literally had someone tell me that one time. All you do with Noelle is triangle. Every person in this game can press triangle, so what makes Noelle so special? Before he even said this, the dude literally pressed triangle the same amount of times I did in that fight. But I would have pressed it more, but I held back in that fight so he'd stop bitching. But you know what? It doesn't matter if I use Optic Barrel or Revolver Blast or any other kind of move with Noelle. If you're a Noelle player and you press triangle more than once, players will hit you up at 3 in the morning saying you're not good. So Noelle players aren't allowed to press triangle, huh? What if I said everyone else in the game couldn't use square? Now look at you. No smart combo, you're slower now so you're easier to punish, and if your main has armor, all I have to do is 2A you. Can't anti-air me because you can't press square. Okay, sure, you have super and I can't, but I still have access to circle, bitch. If you so much as whiff an anti-air, thinking I'm gonna rush in recklessly, if you wake up, 2-eye burn, 2 distortion, thinking I'm gonna fall for it, if you slip up even once, this will be the next thing you'll hate Noelle for. Guys, look, I've been playing Noelle since launch, and I still give a fair challenge to people who are better than me on any given day. I don't get respect like this, support like this, and results like this by spamming chain revolver. Here's some advice. Take your ass to training mode, record Noelle constantly attacking you until you learn her frame data, and I promise you, you'll feel so stupid realizing how easy it was to beat her options. And after that, try me, and feel the difference. Now Yumi. This top-heavy ninja can be summed up in 2 words. Aerial, rave. Yumi already hits like a truck. So what happens when you give someone with that kind of power the ability to reset juggled opponents and an attack you can't burst out of in a game where damage like this is possible? Now you got this busty brick house saying she's gonna dominate you, and no matter how much you cry for help, no one will save you, and her cold grip is the last thing you're gonna feel in your body until that final bell toll goes off. But all things considered, she's very annoying to fight for some, and I acknowledge that. Let's move on. Yang Xiaolong, everyone's favorite firecracker. Honestly, I get why people don't like fighting her, but I don't struggle against her at all. You put Yang in front of me, she's getting heel dropped. But still, the reason why Yang is hated by most people is her 5B. They can't challenge her because she'll just plow right through someone if they just go for a normal mashing option. Noobs don't know or care to know or want to learn how to get around it, so they just call it cheap or broken simply because their character can't do that. If I can do this to Yang on any given day and clown her for 2 years straight with Noelle Vermillion, the character everyone's saying is low tier, there is no reason for why you and your character, that is supposedly high tier, can't do this. Now the most annoying character in BBTAG, Hilda. Out of every zoner, out of every air camper I ever fought, Hilda's existence induces rage. She makes you play so defensively that one misinput could cost you the whole fight. Players like me don't like her because she has this playstyle that offers her results without effort. She can attack an enemy from any angle and mix up between low and high. Her EX is barely reactable, so if you're cautious, it's a 50-50 situation. But if you're a reckless masher, this chick will make you rage quit. Here's a rule of thumb when blocking her 5B. Block high 3 times and immediately block low since her 2-3-6C is quick. If you're not hit immediately after the 3rd hit, it's gonna be an overhead. That's how I beat Hilda. Since I got Noelle, I don't really have to block that much to approach. 5A and 5B are useless since I can just drive right through. And since Hilda players are notorious for whiffing DP, I can just bait a player into anti-air and punish their ass for eating up the timer. Oh my god, it feels so good. And that, folks, is how you beat the most annoying character in BBTAG.